Alright, so this is the intro video to the hot end build that we did. What we did was we built a dual extruder, 500 degrees C plus temperature hot end. Each one of the hot ends had a 100 watt, 240 volt AC heater. The hot end was water cooled. Each of the heat breaks went into a water cooling jacket, and we used a radiator and a couple of 240 volt AC fans to cool the water. And we tried to get the smallest size possible in our build, and I think we did that. Not that we couldn't get a little bit smaller, which is pretty good for a first attempt. This right here is the 3D model that we did of the hot end, and we did all the two-dimensional prints of the components and of the assembly. And this is the assembly. This was basically our instruction manual for putting this thing together, and this is the result.
Alright, so I'm using the Duet web control to control the Duet 3 and my test fixture here. So I have extruder or heater 1 at 500 degrees C. I have heater 2 at 300 degrees C standby, and I have my bed at 140. And so here's the unit. The left side is obviously at 500, the right side is at 300. I got my water cooling is active. As you can see in the background, my radiator with my fan, it's running and cooling. And inside the cooling jacket, very near where the heat break is, we're still at about 60 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good. Here's my Duet 3 control, what my panel do. As you can see on there, I'm running at 500, 300, and 140 on the bed. And there's my heater for my bed. It's the upgrade heater for my Anycubic Mega X 3D printer. So we're running pretty well.
Alright, so that was the Reader's Digest version of this project, but we're working on a video right now that's going to go over everything we did to build this dual extruder 500 degrees C hot end. And that's going to include the design and the build of the hot ends. It's going to cover the design and the build of a custom Type K thermocouple, design and build of the water cooling jacket, design and build of a solid state relay interface board. The reason we needed that was we had to be able to control all the 240 volt AC heaters with our Duet 3 control board. So we had to have an interface board to do that job, and we actually designed it in Fusion 360. We had the board manufactured, and then we assembled it here. So we're going to go over that in the video, and then we're going to go over the design and build of our control, which included a Duet 3 control board, and then of course all the assembly and the test, and then we're going to include in on that the our future plans with our Mega X 3D printer. So stay tuned, and we'll get that video out as soon as we can. Thanks.